Hi everyone, I am Dr. Sakshi Arora Hans, your OBGY faculty at Marrow, and it gives me immense pleasure and pride to share the screen with Dr. Soumyaditya. Dr. Soumyaditya has achieved a rank 2 in the INICT. Congratulations, Dr. Soumya.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Dr. Soumya, rank 2 is many people's dream, and you've achieved that dream. And you are joined by your parents. Congratulations, sir. Congratulations, ma'am.
You.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes,
Ma'am and sir, before I talk to Dr. Soumya, I want to know how does it feel when your child makes you so proud?
Actually, when I was also there when we are strolling through the roll numbers and all. When
Okay.
his roll number came, we couldn't believe our eyes even. There is a dream come true. In my life, his dream was there, but I also have got a dream.
I was rechecking so many times whether I am saying right, whether I couldn't believe my eyes actually, and nor could my parents.
Ma'am,
So,
how does it feel?
I totally really I can't believe. So
So
I
please,
is so
Shona,
much happy and excited also. So I only started to cry only. Say what to
she is so
do.
overwhelmed.
He's my son. I am so much lucky to get him as my son. And if I can't express what I will tell.
No,
Really,
the way you people are sitting with him, the way you are supporting him, I can tell you that this is his strength. And when I was talking to you just now behind the camera, what sir said that this is one of the best news he's heard in his lifetime. I can't tell you how these words are, how much they are ringing in my ears. And Dr. Soumya, matlab, what you have given to your parents, uh, many, many people can't even imagine that.
yeah,
Yes, definitely. I also couldn't believe my eyes when I saw my rank, and it was only possible due to contributions of so many people, and the major contributions definitely was the support of my parents who worked tirelessly, and they also made so many sacrifices. They couldn't let me do anything. They always supported me. They arranged everything for me so that I could study a little bit more, and it was possible definitely because of them, and definitely and people like you who taught us so endlessly and we gave us so authentic content, and I thank everybody for my success definitely, and God's grace was definitely there.
Dr. Soumya, as far as your parents are concerned, they have definitely played a major role in not only helping you in getting this rank, but in shaping the kind of person you are. And talking to you, I can see that the kind of education, the kind of uh, you know what has been passed to you, the culture and everything what has been passed to you, it is reflecting on the parenting which sir and ma'am has done. Salute to you, sir and ma'am, for that.
thank you.
thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I just wanted him to be a very good person in life, fulfilling his dreams.
He's very obedient. He's really being a mother. I am really so lucky. All time he looks up to mama. Don't do this. Don't have it. Don't do this. He's
During
my
COVID times,
guy. All time he guides us. Huh? Don't do this. Don't have these things. You go there. You all time is thinking about his parents only. Na?
during the COVID, we had a torrid time actually. His
Okay, sir.
mother was
Yes,
infected.
my mother was
And,
infected from
he,
COVID.
he used to in the last those most that calamity wave was there, not in
It was a very
2021
difficult time for me because
second
my
wave.
mom had a moderate COVID infection. She was suffering from high fever. Maybe lucky that we didn't have to take her to hospital, but at home
All time
she was suffering a lot. And during that time, it was so much difficult for us.
So he also had COVID, infected by his mother. So he was saying he's checking the pressure and all everything.
I know. I mean, rank is secondary. Being a good
Yeah.
human being,
Yeah.
being a devoted son, that's more important. And that is what you have attained, Dr. Soumya, apart from getting a rank too.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, sir and ma'am. So I'll now just continue with Dr. Soumya, so that with what he has done, if others can gain little bit from his experience, they will also achieve their desired ranks.
We will be obliged. We are obliged.
Thank you
I
so
from
much.
my childhood know that a person should have a philosophy in mind. Not that he's pursuing his career and on, he's run in the rat race, but he has to have a philosophy. A person not having any philosophy will not end anything well. His path ends, his or her path ends. So philosophy is the most coveted thing. You should have a philosophy in life.
True, sir.
Thank you
True.
so much.
Very well
Thank
said,
you.
sir.
He got a
Thank
gold
you, sir.
medal from medical college also. Got the gold medal from medical college also. So much.
I'm sure. I'm definitely sure. I mean, someone who's getting a rank two definitely would have started preparing from undergraduate level, and that is why he's got a rank two. And that is why we are very interested in knowing that how was it possible for Dr. Soumya to get this rank.
Yes, definitely. I am also very obliged to share my path with everyone
Yeah,
who are preparing for the same.
right.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
You will be excused. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So, Dr. Soumya, can you tell us a little bit more about yourself? From where have you done your undergraduation and where do you belong to?
From my childhood, I'm living in Kolkata. I am born and brought up in Kolkata only. I have
Okay.
done my entire schooling from South Point High School, and I have
Okay.
studied MBBS from Medical College Kolkata, the oldest institution in Asia. I consider myself to be very proud to be a student of 184th batch of our college, which holds such a great heritage in our medical history. And
Nice. And Dr. Soumya, when did you subscribe to Marrow, and was Marrow your primary source of preparation?
yes, I subscribed Marrow quite early in my preparation. From third year itself, I have subscribed to Marrow before starting the subjects of ENT, and community medicine. From third year itself, I have seen the videos of ENT and community medicine. After that, in third year itself, I completed some parts of the bigger subjects of final year, like medicine, surgery, gynae. And when I entered, so that when I enter final year, before my final prof exams, I could see all the videos of third and fourth year in Marrow. And after my final MBA exams are over, I started revisiting my first and second prof subjects, which I also completed within my mid internship, and then after, um, then I started giving the GTs.
So I just want to tell all the viewers who are listening to us that Dr. Soumya has done the hardest part, right? Something which everyone finds it so difficult. He's done that. And he's getting nervous for this interview. When we were off the cameras, also, he was drinking so much of water. Relax, Dr. Soumya. I mean, it's absolutely fine. You can take a breath, and we want to know every small detail of your preparation. Okay, so like you said that you subscribed to Marrow in the third year, and then you watched PSM, ENT, ophthalmology, and you completed a part of final year subject, which remaining part you completed in final year. So when you were watching those videos, you were watching every video, and were you making your own notes, or did you use the printed notes?
When I subscribed to Marrow only, I got the printed notes, and while
Okay.
watching the videos, I used to mark on the notes itself and add the extra points which I learned from the videos.
So which edition notes have you used?
I have used the edition 5 notes.
You've
And then
used edition.
afterwards, I also watched edition 6, some selective subjects, and then added the subsequent points on that notes itself.
Okay. So in that notes only, you added whatever additional points you got. You were not disturbed by this, that when the new edition when any new edition comes, then maybe the flow, the sequence of the videos that gets a little bit altered, that's changed by the faculty, or there are new updates, and then students start having that FOMO. Should I do the new videos, or should I stick to my edition? So how did you overcome that FOMO?
Yes, definitely. Whenever a new edition comes, whenever new updates are being added, it becomes a bit difficult. But we have to accept this because the medical field is like that. We cannot stick on to only the history, and we have to move on. We have to accept this part because in INI said definitely new drugs and very recent updates come in the exam. So that is only a part and parcel of the exam. So
That's so wonderful that you are ready to accept, and that is what has to be understood by everyone. Whenever new edition is coming, new updates are coming, this is because this field is ever evolving. We are doctors, and medical subjects, medical field is ever evolving, and those are the updates we are giving you, right? We are
yes.
not unnecessarily bringing out an edition. It is required in our field. That is why the editions are coming. Great. Now, I also want to tell everyone that Dr. Soumya, this was not his first INICT. His first INICT was the May 2024 INICT. So, a little bit, I want to know, what rank did you get in May INICT and in NEET PG?
My rank in May INI set was 76, and in NEET PG I got the rank of 157.
So, why didn't you take a seat in when you got in May?
Actually, I was not getting my desired branch and college with that 76 rank. So I thought that I definitely have to go for another attempt, which will be
So
probably my
when
last
you
attempt.
got, okay. So when
Because
you
after
got a
that I will
rank,
start the
very good rank. Sorry, I'll just say that again. Sorry, you continue.
because I thought that they definitely. Um, uh, sorry, I was talking about that the last attempt. Yes, I thought that definitely that will be my last attempt this November, and I said because after that I will have to take admission because I cannot continue preparing like this forever. So this was
But
my last what I tried.
once you got a rank in NEET PG 157, that's an amazing rank, right? You could have got the desired branch, whatever you wanted, right? Then, did you stop preparing? Did you take a pause in between? Or you were very clear that I am going to give November INICT, and you continued your preparation with the same momentum?
Even after only giving the May, and I said when I saw my rank was 76, I got determined that I will give November INICT with my full effort, whatever my
Okay.
NEET PG rank will be. I was only prepared from that time only, and in NEET PG I was getting my desired subject, but I thought that why not try more, because our exam is coming only after 3 months after the NEET PG, because NEET PG was postponed only. So I gave my everything and sacrificed everything, and thought that no, this is the last attempt and I have to give my best in this attempt.
This is what makes you stand apart from the crowd. Many of the students, once they get their desired ranks, right, they feel that they've done enough, and they don't even want to now study those 19 subjects again and go through that grilling process again. But in spite of getting a good rank, and like you said, that you were always determined that no matter what your rank comes in NEET PG, you will continue preparing, and you have to give your November INICT. Consistency matters, and you've proved that. Consistently, if you keep on moving towards your destination, one day definitely you reach there. And that is an example which you have set, Dr. Soumya. So, Dr. Soumya, when you were in your undergraduate and when you were watching the videos, were you doing the QBank also at the same time?
Yes, after watching a chunk of videos, then I solve the QBanks. It is not. I mean to say that after seeing a section of videos, I mean, for example, 10 to 12 videos related to a particular topic, then I started solving the QBank
So
because
there are
that
two
helps me.
approaches for doing the QBank. One is you watch a video of the topic, and then the same day you solve the MCQs of that particular topic. Other is what Dr. Soumya did, that he said that he watched 10 to 12 videos and then he did the QBank of 10 to 12 videos. And either ways, it's very good. Both have their own pros and cons, and this worked for you, so it's very good. And it would have been helpful for you, and that is why you continued doing that. So tell me, were you able to solve the entire QBank?
Yes, before my May INSET exam, and much before that, before I started giving the GTs, I have completed the entire QBank. And by that time, I realized that doing the QBank only once will not help. I have to revise it multiple times. I revise my mistakes. Then only I can rectify those mistakes in the real exam.
So were you bookmarking them? You were putting a star mark on them?
Yes, I actually bookmarked many questions. I bookmarked, and there were I used the star and the question mark bookmark separately to adjust to my studying pattern.
So then, when did you revisit the bookmarked questions?
Whenever I started another revision cycle, for example,
Okay.
in my mid internship, I started another revision cycle of entire 19 subjects. Then I started visiting the.
Let's do that a little slowly, which means that by the mid of internship, you were able to complete one complete round of all your 19 subjects.
Yes.
Like you said, that you had done all the final year subjects and third year subjects by the end of final year. Then first year and second year subjects you did by the mid of your internship, that was also completed. So first year and second year subjects, did you do them from the main videos, or were you relying on revision videos or on the QBank? How did you complete those subjects?
Yes, regarding the first and second prof subjects, I actually watched the main videos of some selective topics, and
Okay.
then the rest I read from the revision notes and the QBank.
Okay, so like we always say, revision videos are good, but if they are supplemented with QBank. So
Definitely.
now, if I ask you one question, when you were starting a new cycle and when you were you revising the main video notes, or were you revising the revision videos for the clinical subjects?
For the clinical subjects, I always read the main videos. Maybe I read a bit quickly, but I brushed through all the topics in the main videos because
Main
I
video
didn't
notes.
feel much confidence in the reading the revision videos. And after completing those main videos, main notes revision, then I started watching the MCQ videos, which helped me.
Okay, so you have always done the main video notes.
Yes.
N number of cycles, whatever number of cycles you did, how many number of cycles were you able to complete during internship before the NEET PG exam?
Around 2 to 3 cycles I have definitely completed. 3 cycles for the main subjects and about 2 cycles for the shorter subjects.
Wonderful. And like you said, you did the MCQ discussion videos. Now, many students are not using the MCQ discussion videos. How did you find the MCQ discussion videos, and how did they help in you getting this rank?
MCQ discussion videos was also a type of test for me because I paused the videos in between and I made my own answer and then I saw the explanation. So it was actually a very good interactive session for me, and it was, I mean to say, it was relaxing for me because whenever I was studying about the notes, I required a lot of energy. But whenever I saw the MCQ discussion videos, it was a bit relaxing for me. I could sit back and watch in a cool manner.
Wonderful. Were you also using the Marrow pearls, and how did you utilize them in your preparation?
Definitely, the Marrow pearls, I read the Marrow pearls first, some selective Marrow pearls, and at the end of the Marrow pearl, you get the related MCQs. And from that related MCQs, I actually got a very good grasp of that topic in the pearl, and it helped me a lot.
Okay, so if I have to ask you, see, you are saying that you utilize the MCQ discussion videos, the QBank, the bookmarks, then you have done, you've utilized the pearls, everything. So if I ask you one feature of Marrow which you liked the most, which is that feature?
That feature is the previous year questions in the QBank, because whenever I visited the previous year question QBank, all the recall questions I found were very authentic, and they contained absolutely clear explanation, and all the possible PYTs that could come in the exam, in the next exam, were all covered. And so I found that feature the most helpful, and I also utilized the same about 2 to 3 weeks before the exam. All the 19 subjects PYQs I revised from the QBank only, the previous year questions.
That's a very, very sound strategy, that before giving the exam, the last 10 days, 12 days, you utilize the PYQs, and not just the PYQs, it was basically the PYTs which you revised.
Yes.
Wonderful. Now, coming on the same line, I was asking you about a Marrow feature. Now, since you have watched the main videos of so many faculties, any faculty who has made an impact on you, who left an impact on you? Any one or two faculties?
Actually, many faculties have left an impact on me. And so to mention, Rakesh sir made a very good impact, because because his words, I remember that everything is not simple, because the medicine is a very complicated thing, and you have to approach it in that complicated way, and you cannot simplify everything. And that made me very motivated that yes, we have to deal with complications only. Everything not be simple.
So, you want to take up medicine, Dr. Soumya?
I am a bit confused. I may take up radiology. Radiology, as I am also finding it interesting now.
Okay. Now, from when did you start giving the GTs?
From my mid internship itself, when I completed one cycle of revision, after that I started giving the GTs.
And how were you scoring in your GTs?
Initially, my GT rank was good. It was between 50, 60 when I started giving the GTs. But eventually, after 3 to 4 months, when more subscribers started giving the GTs, then my rank got dipped a bit. It went around 400 to 500. Then I thought that I have to prepare myself more. I have to be more exam ready to give a good performance in the exam. So then I started another cycle of revision, and after that, just before giving the exam, my GT ranks were around again 20, 30, and all those things.
Which means that whenever your GT score dipped, you did all 19 subjects, or you did the bottommost subject?
It varied. The bottommost subjects I revised more, and the subjects in which they showed that my percentile was good, I revised them a bit superficially, and I mainly focused on my weak subjects. So that helped me
Right.
a
So
lot.
as you moved ahead, you started making your weakness into your strength.
Yes.
And how frequently were you giving the GTs, Dr. Soumya?
From the frequency was whenever the GT was coming, I made it a point that I should give the GT live, because if I miss it, then it becomes a liability for me again to give the GT some other time. So I actually try to give the GTs when they are live only.
Okay,
So
like
the
so
frequency.
many students, they say that when they are doing their internship, definitely internship is a very, very hectic time. How did you cope up with internship and studies at that time? How did your daily schedule look like at that time?
Yes, actually, internship, I went to college, I did all my duties. Then when I returned home, and then that small time which I got before sleep, I devoted that time to studying. And in internship, you get some free time, some free days when the lighter subjects are there on the internship, like the short subjects are there. In medicine, gynae surgery, I got little time, but in the other subjects, the other department postings in my internship, I got time to study. So I utilized that entirely.
Okay. And at that time, you were doing the main video notes, like during your internship, you were revising them?
Yes, definitely. Yes, definitely. I was revising them, and I could also relate that what I am seeing in the words and the practicals. I could relate them whenever I read the same subsequent video or video notes of the subject.
Wonderful. And did you appear for the INI set mock test, the national mock test, which happened just before the exam?
Yes, I applied for it.
So, what was your rank at that time?
My rank was 47 in that mock GT.
47. So, from 47 to a rank of 2, how did it happen?
Actually, when I saw that rank of 47 in my mock GT, I actually tried to detach all my emotions from that, because the GT was the mock test was held shortly before the exam. So I thought that
Right.
whatever my rank will be, I need to just focus on my preparation and go ahead with what I have studied. Mm,
Right. And that is what we always keep on saying, that you should be giving the GTs, you should be giving the mock test, not because they have to be there as an assessment tool. Do not get demotivated or do not get overconfident by your ranks. They make it as a practice tool rather than an assessment tool. And that is exactly what Dr. Soumya did. So, Dr. Soumya, when you were writing the exam and once you came out of the examination hall, what was going on in your mind at that time? Were you expecting a rank like this?
Definitely not. I was very distressed after giving the exam. I thought that I made so many mistakes, and some silly mistakes came into my mind that I could have done them correctly, 3 to 4 questions. I actually
So,
never
how many
expected.
questions did you attempt?
I attempted 190 questions.
190 questions. And you thought that you've made silly mistakes.
Yes, definitely. I thought that.
See, you have been getting so good ranks, and you had earlier also given your INICT where you got a decent rank. In NEET PG, you got a very good rank. So once you came out, you would have seen the recalls, you would have calculated your score. What rank were you expecting?
I didn't think so much. I expecting. I thought that okay, the result will come. Let them come. I was not thinking much about the rank.
Okay, okay, understandable. Any advice you would want to give to all those students who didn't do that well in INICT but are now looking forward for NEET PG 2025?
Yes, definitely, I would say that continue your hard work. They will definitely pay you in the long run, because the INI exam is not about what you study in the last 6 months or last 3 months. Definitely, what you have done through entire MBBS and life and the internship, what you have seen in the wards, because many questions in INI came directly from the ward experiences.
What experience? True. So that is why attending your internship and gaining experience from your internship, going to the wards and seeing patients during your undergraduate time, that's extremely, extremely important. And no video can substitute that clinical knowledge which you get by looking at the patients and by going to the wards. So, if you are an undergraduate student, please don't miss out on the clinical rounds. And if you are an intern, don't even think about this, that you are not going to get a rank because you are doing your internship, you are getting less time. Rather, you are getting much more experience than any student who's sitting at home. So, thank you so much, Dr. Soumya. It was so wonderful talking to you, and have a very, very bright future ahead.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for your blessings, for your hearty wishes.
Thank you. God bless you, beta.